Welcome back. I think most of us have had that experience where we are moving right along in life and then just boom, something happens and our life completely changes, trying to figure out where we go next. Well, I recently spoke with former professional rugby player Ed Jackson about his recovery from a near fatal spinal cord injury that left him paralyzed from the neck down. The new documentary, The Mountain Within Me, follows Ed's journey on his recovery to new mental and physical heights. Take a look.
Helping others helps you massively. It's such a shortcut to making yourself feel better. Ben is an ex-paratrooper on the same journey as me. He's joining me on the most dangerous climb either of us have ever done.
Since the accident, people have been telling me I can't do stuff, and I want to prove them wrong.
Ed, it's so great to have you here on Great Day Washington. Now that you've seen this beautifully shot documentary, and your story is even more out there, what did you think of the documentary when you saw it?
I was blown away, really. I mean, I still can't believe it's happened, to be honest, especially when you've got the spinning globe of Universal and then you're expecting, you know, some sort of A-list movie actor's face to pop up and it's you. It's quite hard to get your head around, but I'm really pleased with the amazing job they've done. I'm hoping that it will have the impact that we hope it will.
Well, and you've been impacting so many people with your journey and your story within your group, you know, those that you've talked to. Now everybody gets to see it. Was there any trepidation to, you know, tackle these other mountains and to keep and put it on film?
Yes, there's always some trepidation to tackling mountains, especially some of the mountains that I climb in the film. They're pretty scary. But having said that, you know, it's been a big part of my life since my accident, finding myself again. The mountains have become a big part of that, you know, to help motivate me, not just physically, but emotionally too. So it's something that I would be doing despite the film. They didn't make me go and climb the mountains. I think that was already happening. They just came along and filmed it.
When you started on this journey, what I love so much, first off, it was impressive. You were like in less than 12 months after a spinal cord nearly fatal injury, you're climbing a mountain. But when you put it out there on social media and all these people showed up to climb with you, what was that moment like, showing up and seeing everybody there with you?
It was a bit daunting to start with, because I thought, look, I'll take a few steps up this mountain, at least show that I can stand. But when I realized that 70 people turned up at the start line who I didn't know to support, I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to get to the top now. So 9 hours later, we did. But the main thing that gave me was a real sense of purpose again, because I'd felt like such a burden for so long up until that point. And now all of a sudden, I saw some good coming from this previously just terrible situation. And I was spending my whole time wondering what I was going to do with the rest of my life. And I remember standing on top of that mountain, surrounded by all these people, not knowing exactly how it would pan out. I didn't know it would evolve into what is now a charity and all of these sorts of things, but I just knew it was going to involve mountains and it was going to involve helping others.
I mean, the physical feat in itself that you've accomplished is amazing, but what I really appreciate about the documentary is the open, raw honesty of you and your wife and how something so life-changing can impact you back home. I mean, that's really where it all starts. And you got so emotional in this documentary. Your wife was super open and honest. Was that hard to do?
Yeah, it's hard to do, but it's incredibly important, because these are the things that really are affected by trauma. You know, yes, there's the obvious things on the face of it, you know, your movement and things like that, whatever it might be, but it's your relationships and things that aren't seen on the outside, like bladder, you know, spasms, sexual function, all of this stuff that affects people massively psychologically, but isn't talked about. So we really wanted to address those issues, to try and normalize them and encourage others who might be struggling with the same things, that it's okay, it's completely normal. Go and speak to people about it, because we went on that journey and we found that communication was the best tool.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And you're showing that to everybody. You're gearing up for the Paralympics as a presenter. How excited are you to be out there with all these incredible athletes?
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I've been lucky enough to do, I do the last Paralympics in Tokyo, but there were no crowds there. There was no supporters because of COVID. So this time I'm going to be in the athletic stadium with 70,000 people at this, one of the most, well, potentially the most incredible sporting event. And obviously watching the Olympics, as we've all done, I think Paris have been doing an amazing job. So
Yes.
just excited to get out there now.
Excited to see him. The Mountain Within Me is not only beautifully shot, but a beautifully inspiring story. It's now available to rent or buy on Prime Video or Apple TV. And Ed's nonprofit is called Millimeters to Mountains. So check it out.